do a quick follow-up. You just came back from a football tournament. You know, we talked about it in last week's show, your decision to go. Tell me a little bit about the tournament, both on how you guys did on the football, but just what's going on in the flag football world now, in general.
As far as how we didn't do as well as we had wished that we did. However, the UT Cobras did in fact win the pro division. They defeated a team called Cheat Code, who's from Maryland, and who is also, they competed in the championship, in the national championships in Florida last year. They were the runner-up. So that's a big achievement for the UT Cobras. They've played Cheat Code plenty of times in the past and usually came out on the losing end. But this time, not only did they beat them in the winner's bracket championship, but they beat them also in the overall championship. They went undefeated for the 2 days, and they did a great job. Some of the other teams that were there, I'm sure, again, didn't do as well as they had wanted to. The Tri-State Bullies, who also play in our league, did pretty well. They did win 3 games before they lost 2. It's a double elimination tournament, so once you lose 2, you're out. There's a few guys that play in our league and in a league in South Philly that's a 7-man league. They had a 5-man team, and for the life of me, I cannot remember the name of the team, but my man Deuce plays on that team, and they also won a championship. So we, in fact, brought home 2 championships back to Philadelphia.
How many championships?
2.
2 championships. Okay.
2 championships. Yes.
Okay. So is that my old manager, the Cobras coach?
Yes. Yeah. Bus is the head coach, but he wasn't there.
Oh, okay. Fantastic. So you were telling me there were hundreds of teams there?
Yeah, there was a very large number of teams. Just to give you an example, they had 8-man. I believe they had 7-man. They had 8-man for women. They had 5-on-5 and 4-on-4 that I know of specifically. Okay, so that's 5 different styles. Out of those 5 different styles, 8-man was broken down into 3 different divisions. So there might have been 10 8-man teams in the pro division. There were 20 8-man teams in the comp division that we played in. And then they have a recreational division, which had, from what I heard, more than 20 teams. I don't know the exact number. That's just 8-man alone. Okay, so now if you have 7-man and 5-man and 4-man, even if there was only 1 division in each, that's a whole heck of a lot of teams. So yeah, there were plenty of people out there.
Wow, that is amazing.
Oh, and by the way, the facility was beautiful.
Where were you at?
We were in, oh my God.
What's the name of the city?
It was supposed to be Richmond, but Richmond actually was the biggest city near where we were. I believe it was called Henrico County. I didn't think that you were going to ask. It didn't occur to me that you would ask me about this again, or I would be able to tell you exactly where we were. I know we were kind of near Fredericksburg, but I hate to guess. But the facility was magnificent. They had 4 field turf fields. We didn't play on any grass for the entire weekend. It was really, really nice out there, man. It was clean. They had restroom facilities. They had vendors selling food. It was beautiful. The only problem was there was no shade. There were tents everywhere. Thank goodness people brought tents because there was no shade to speak of, and it was extremely hot.
Okay. Yeah. So what's the next step now? Now that you've been in this tournament, And again, you were saying the sponsor of the tournament was
UFFL.
the UFFL, and was supposedly a stepping stone toward nationals.
Right. So this was the East Coast Nationals. I don't know if they extend to the West Coast, but if they do, they'll have a West Coast Nationals. They'll have a Southwest Nationals. They'll have a, you know what I mean? And then that's just titles that you can attain along the way in preparation for the nationals, for lack of a better word, or world championships or whatever they end up calling it, which is in Florida in January. That is the nationals. Okay. That's the tournament that if you win in whatever division or whatever style of play you enter, if you win that, you are considered the national champions for the following year until the next January.
Is there any money on the
Yes,
table
there is
here?
money. Yes, there is money.
So if you win the national championship, what do you get?
I forget what the purse for that was. The purse for what we just came back from was $1,000.
Okay. 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 All right. Awesome. Awesome. All right. Anything else on that you want to say?
Not really. I just want to say, would just say that it did my heart good to see Philadelphia well represented. It was good to see the guys because, you know, we haven't had any league play. So I've only basically been around my players. So it was good to see players from other teams that we're familiar with down there. And everybody got a chance to kind of commiserate and talk and see what was going on. We weren't all in the same hotels. We were in different various hotels. So when we got to the field, it was a chance to like meet up with your buddies that play on other teams and things like that. It was good to see some of the guys from the Washington, D.C. area that were down there. A lot of legends from back when I first started putting the Philly Noles out on the road and the Road Warriors. A lot of those guys were just there to watch. Some of them were coaching. Some of them were reffing. You know, these are all guys that I remember coaching against and playing against back in the day.
If you're talking about you playing against, was that was a Rough Touch though, right?
Yeah, that was way back to Rough Touch. Yeah.
You say legends, you're talking about legends from the Rough Touch League who are still around as it's transitioned over the flag.
Yes, legendary guys from the Maryland, D.C. area.
They were always good.
That were playing back then. They were always good. That's why I call them legends. Okay. So now they're old now, like me. So they're either coaching or they're refereeing. A lot of them have moved up into the referee ranks. There were quite a few referees from the Maryland area. But again, Maryland is considered one of the hotbeds of flag football and was one of the hotbeds of rough touch football back in the day. So it makes sense that you get the better players from that area. You're going to get the better referees from that area too, because the guys have high football IQs. So I wasn't surprised to see that, you know.
That's a surprised asset to all of that play. And these guys are refereeing for the UFFL.
Yes.
Awesome. All
I mean, usually what the UFL does is wherever they have a tournament, they usually get the referees from the best ref groups in that particular area, wherever they happen to be. So we're in Virginia. The Maryland, D.C. refs are the best refs in the area, so they bring them down. I'm sure there were refs from Virginia there also, but I saw quite a few from the Maryland area.
Now, that Maryland area, when you say ref groups, so there's a league down there, right? When we played, I'm sure they came out of a league. What league is down there? Do you know?
There's several leagues. I don't know if the old Eli League is still in effect, but the oh gosh, I hate to mess it up. DMV FFL, I think, is the name of the league. I think that's the major league down there. That'd be the Delaware, Maryland, Virginia Flag Football League. You know, they call that area the DMV.
Okay.
Delaware, Maryland, and Virginia all connect. So, yeah, the DMVFFL or the DMFFL, that's the major league.
Awesome. Awesome. We played against them, and I didn't know what league they were coming out of for sure. It's like, these guys are coming up from Virginia. These guys are coming up from Maryland. We're going to play them, and that's all I
Yeah,
remember.
the major league back then was probably the Eli League.
Eli. Okay.
Yeah, ELY, Eli.
Okay. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. All right.